I am visiting London with sightseeing. I would like to take Crystal Tower, please.
I like the
You would like to take the Crystal Tower?
Yes.
Like the whole tower?
Yes, I like to take it to bus.
Okay,
Here, we can give you this one for Final Fantasy III. Nobody wants it.
Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick.
I do not have stick, I have mouse.
What the hell? That's how you're gonna do your dialogue now, Final. That's how you gotta do it.
No.
Me, 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 me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the 5th case of the Great Ace Attorney. We have just gone through a summation examination where the only guy with any logic is the Russian guy, and that's kind of concerning.
Upsetting, really.
Yes.
I am British traveling tourist citizen.
From the great motherland.
Yes, the great motherland of Ireland.
I think that's worse in this context.
The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. Does anyone know how physics work? How does fire cause this much weight to shift?
Not in anime, they don't.
I hereby call this summation examination to conclusion with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. Who will lean to guilty? 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. And I order this trial to continue.
Yay! Well done! Oh, by the way,
What?
you should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come in useful.
Oh, and we never can get away from stereoscope. Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely. But alright.
We're
Welcome
actually
to...
playing this on the 3DS, guys.
We've been lying to you the whole time. This isn't the HD release. This is just a very pretty mod of the 3DS game.
Overhaul mods or something else, guys.
Overclocked 3DS. Stereoscope. A fold-up device that allows anybody to enjoy seeing things in 3 dimensions simply by looking through the eyepieces. I think I would make one of those myself.
Please don't.
Shut up, Eggman. Lord Van Zeeks. You will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them.
I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord.
Rubble, 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 rubble. I won myself another...
Who let that dog in here? Get that dog out of here! Oh my god! Oh my god, he is tearing through the stands. Okay, wait, hang on. He's leaving. He's leaving.
What the hell just happened?
Oh, that was my dog. Sorry about that.
The saddest thing is I don't have a dog out here with me today. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent.
Please don't use that word again.
Probing!
Dang it.
Probing.
well,
Demonetized.
I love the tradition of we're gonna end the episode off, starts the next episode, 2 minutes later, to be continued.
Yeah, well, last time we were going a little bit over to the point where I couldn't really keep going now, could I?
Oh no, I understand that. I just find it hilarious.
Right? It's gonna keep happening, I think.
Anime.
Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand.
It just occurs to me we had a to be continued screen because the dog did just tear through the entire.
So this is all the dog's fault.
Place.
So that's the dog's fault.
Yeah, it was like we're gonna take a small recess to take care of the damage the dog left.
I presume you heard the dog and the Events Council summation examination.
Oh, yeah, Governor.
I did.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. That's really funny to say.
More!
Blimey!
This is gonna be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windybanks.
Well, it was Bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nash, it was. Don't even have the time to put me dukes out of me Lucy Rockets.
I don't sound like Waluigi, I sound like Papyrus.
However, that was a lie.
I mean, same thing, really.
You brothers.
There's nuance to it, KV.
Wah, core!
Blimey!
I have to do wah every time.
On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter.
Wah, we never done nothing of the sort.
You'll figure that out.
Thanks!
You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time, you will tell the truth.
They will not.
Yes!
Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. No big deal, just thought you'd like to know that. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again.
Exclamation point!
A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Wah, say no more, Gov, we hear you.
With a blab, with a squeak, with a peach, with Mario.
Wah, Mario?
I think Princess is in a different courtroom, but alright. Illegal entry, the whole truth. Is this... Oh, I don't think this is the whole truth, but sure.
Wah, alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing.
Why? It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Made us both jump and all this stuff went flying.
Well, it didn't...
Didn't Alf give...
Half. Ah, it's...
Okay.
Lumi, it didn't have give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter'd come out the door and get us next.
He stuck everything back where he found it and scrapped it. Straight into the back.
We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we?
That's
That's
not what
right.
we're talking about anymore.
We're
But
talking
alright.
about them being stupid.
There's no back door.
They went... he meant the Black of Nights.
No, but he... Alright,
There is
I'll need to read
No,
see
wait,
it.
there was a back door, but, like, they didn't go through it. I think,
The only back door is the one that leads to the safe.
Yeah.
Alright, let me... We found in Scabbers... Okay. In the black. Okay, never mind. I thought they did say back.
I muddle my words, so that's probably why. So you admit to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Windybank's countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tidied up. Yeah.
Oh, Lord help me right now.
Sorry. We know how to clean other people's places.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their met.
What are you saying? We hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't make them sound a bit more cutthroat.
It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Windy Banks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. I love how we scroll over the Gregson. Yeah, I like how we scroll over Gregson, even though he didn't testify at all.
All three of them are so suspicious. All three of these brothers.
You asked for all the witnesses to come back up here, and I'm back up here now, so shut up. Wait, what stuff went flying?
The stuff on the counter.
Yeah, okay. They said
then they mentioned that they tidied it up.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time believing that they just put it back.
Right? Oh, I can press it. Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, yeah, he was a bit nasty there.
I think it was hasty. I think I should have said hasty.
Yeah, same diff. He was, Lester, he was. Truth be told, I was already shaking like a leaf when you locked him up.
If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand.
Damn.
This good advice.
Truth be told, my mind went totally blank.
Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand.
Damn, Iris is just chewing them out.
So I thought we were in court for Are we sure we're not in court for the murder of these two, like in real time?
Mental note, miss.
After that, we legged down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something, so they clapped the darbies on us like winking.
Oh, you looked suspicious. Who could have guessed? Oh my god. And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct?
Well, yeah.
But listen, that proves it, don't it? Eh?
I mean...
I think, yeah, I think they have...
You haven't proven that specifically.
No. But at this point there had to be two gunshots because one hit Windy Bank and the other one hit Sholmes. So, I mean, they could be innocent of not shooting Windy Bank, but... Hold it! And why should we believe that?
What? Well, because it's true, ain't it?
The place was totally empty when I went in.
At that time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windybank. Correct?
You got it, mister.
Down to a T.
So the Skokin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windybank. Is that really true? I wonder. That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony?
What is it, Runo? You look very fierce.
Testimony sucks.
I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired.
Oh, thank you, but I'm fine.
No, I'm almost enjoying my anger.
Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. But I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though. I've no proof to support it.
Huh. Well, feelings can be very logical at times.
No, they can't!
Sorry?
People's expressions, the movements of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that in and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling like you describe. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why, that's all.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I think you should trust your instincts.
Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5.
Dang.
Hey, when
Just
did
set
Great Ace
himself on
Attorney come
fire.
out?
Huh?
When did Great Ace Attorney come out originally? What year?
2015?
Shit, I don't remember, man. Yeah, it's probably 2015.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Dang, I was gonna make
It's
a joke about how
while.
he was already. I was gonna make a joke about how he was already 5.
He's 7. That's still younger than 10.
It's true.
So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter.
Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on.
Well, look, it was that, alright? But I mean, me dad granny would have woken up with a bang.
Big bruv here screamed like a blooming baby and fell over on the counter. He knocked over a load of books, candlestick, some skull, whatnot.
Like a tangle in some marionette. What knocked over the picture frame, what knocked over the scales on the floor.
Oh my god, did you just like knock over the entire shop? What is this?
Right? You've really mastered working quietly then.
Thank you. What a racket! The guy would have scared back into the grave at a chatter like that.
I don't think sarcasm has invented back then, I guess. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
And then some. I mean, as quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Oh, you got something to say, third brother?
Yeah, I know, right? Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add?
I keep saying, you're the piece of being lumped into these scoundrels.
No, something to add about their testimony.
Oh, that's different.
You seem to react just now at what Mr. Skokin said. Did it make you think of something?
Which Skokin are we talking about? It's probably
Yes.
nothing, of course. Oh, the green one? The
Sure.
Mr. Airman. Yes,
Sure.
I understand, Mr. Air. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, it's only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details.
How about you just tell us what's on your mind?
My heart.
Oh my god.
As you know, we brought these fellows to the yard for questioning last night. And the statement they gave then told a slightly different story with what they're saying now.
Did it?
You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have, but it doesn't ring a bell now you mention it. It's only a minor detail, but still. I can't help feeling that perhaps you've been a bit sloppy of your testimony here, eh, fellas? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy, easy!
But get it right this time!
That's it, yep! It's all coming back to me now, miraculously!
Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs.
Right, good.
What are they gonna say now? Okay.
Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun!"
What?
But-
What do you mean, give me the gun? What do you mean, give me the gun? She's already got the gun, what? I'm assuming that's what they're referring to, because, I mean, I can press it. I can press it just to see. So, in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously.
We did, God, we did.
Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the yell and all.
If you don't want to get, if you don't want to get shots,
Give me that gun!
bam! Kind of thing.
A career
We
in
have
acting.
theater degrees.
A career in acting tragically missed. Even Rianowski agrees.
Yeah, we have theater degrees. We actually got up to bachelor's, but there are just no jobs in the market right now.
Also, that reenactment is... If they're going by that reenactment, that seems inaccurate, because I believe he was shot from behind.
Yep.
And if Nash if Nash is supposed to be Windy Bank, he's being shot from the front in their reanimation moment there. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell?
Well, and of course we could. From the other side of that door behind the counter it was.
From the storeroom where the victim was found dead.
And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windybank?
Let me grab his knife. Of course it was.
I thought you never saw him.
On his granny's life! Of course it was!
Yeah,
This guy, who was very short, definitely had time to go look in the peephole to see this happen.
So that would mean that you both knew Mr. Windybank and the sound of his voice.
Oh, good. All right.
Eh? So that would mean... What?
Ah, yes, what? Any ideas? Yes, Council, indeed it would.
Nah, we didn't know the geezer.
Well, how am I supposed to deny it? Every broken on the fancy club is giving us the evil eye.
Oh, Lord, give me strength. If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
And the Grammy's life it is.
On his granny's life, it must be.
Aren't you guys brothers? Why is it on his granny's life?
It's a good job his granny's dead.
Summarize then. Immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor.
You make it sound like we're clumsy.
Oh, the worst. The least you could be is clumsy right now.
Don't forget we tidied up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it.
Like good little boys. Okay, guys. Okay. Come on. We heard a voice yelling, give me that gun. Okay, hold on. There's something. I feel like you guys are off here, but I need to check. Do I have this picture? Do I not have this
photo.
picture? No, this is the picture. This is the picture because they did a reenactment and it's wrong. That's the one. This is the one.
But did they say that he got shot in the back? We only saw it in the reenactment.
No, they never said he got shot in the back, I don't think.
Yeah, so like right now what they're saying is give me the gun. It's like, but we have a picture of her already holding the gun before then.
Oi.
Yeah, I agree with Lewis's logic on this.
Oi.
Oh, music did stop.
There's clearly something odd about that last statement made by the witness.
There is clearly something odd here indeed. Your behavior, Council.
Excuse me.
Oh, please, don't mind me.
That would be significantly easier if you would lower your hand.
I won't lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence, as long as it's quite quick. What is that line?
I don't understand why the game wouldn't even entertain the idea of like at least looking at the photo. It was just like, no, you're wrong. Shut up.
You're just wrong.
You're just straight up wrong because this is just how Ace Attorney be. This is not in the script. Objection. This is also not in the script.
Okay. I just told you, put your hand down. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Go look up the guide on GameFAQs already.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait, did we?
What the devil did this as Sean's get here?
Wait, is this new? Oh,
that's new. That's new.
Oh my god, there was another new statement! Ah!
The bloke went on the place was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl.
What the hell? There was another statement?
Oh, this makes more sense now.
You're saying that Mr. Windybank had a gun in his hands?
Oh yeah, bet that was a sight, eh? Them two waving them guns at each other? Must have got pretty heated.
There was one gun! Hello?
I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, if you don't want to get shot.
Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
Mr. Windybank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required.
Yeah, his head.
Yes, mostly his head, but we're going to gloss over that. Wait, no, we're not. That's someone being himself, of course.
Good grief, yada yada. Extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided.
When did the judge learn Japanese?
I learned it from you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper.
Bet he wish he'd squeeze the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!"
And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot.
It was more or less the same time, Gov. Give me that gun!
Kinda thing.
Yes, a career in acting very tragically missed.
Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. Before everything went dead quiet.
After that, we done a slapdash job tidying up the place.
Why, though?
Okay, that's it. Alright. Oh my god, there were 2 new statements. Oh, this... Okay. Alright, game. I'm gonna save.
I noticed there was another new statement, but I was like, oh, no, Taisa knows what she's doing, so I'll just let her...
I didn't know. It's been a while since I played this case, man.
You fool, you should have known better than to think Taisa knows what she's doing. You fool! None of us know what we're doing! That's the trick!
I only have vague rememberings of what I'm doing, man. Okay.
Literally not a single one of us know what we're doing, KV. Come on, step up.
Okay. Okay. Bloke owned the place, was holding a gun, so he could have fired instead of yelling at the girl.
But there's only one gun.
Yeah! Objection! Oh my god!
But Lewis and I were right, it was just the wrong statement.
You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun, is that correct?
That's it, Gov. You got the picture.
Well, yes, Nasty, yes, no question.
And yet the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows...
Wait, you're not supposed to actually have a picture!
that Mr. Windybank was not in possession of a firearm of any description.
Objection!
Wow, what is this witchcraft?
It's called a photograph.
You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more?
Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish that the photographic print presented was taken in a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel.
Yeah, that's right. Chronologically.
Alright, Nash, alright. The old geezer could have been about to turn the tables on the girl, eh?
Hardly likely.
So, I like how this is wrong, but we're given the you presented the right evidence, not lack of music. No, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence.
Ugh.
And yet not losing a life.
Continue with the cross-examination, counsel, and heed my earlier warning, witnesses.
Wait a minute. Okay, the game, I didn't get penalized, so it seems like the game is telling me you're on the right track, but present something else.
A skulkin.
Bless. So, we're on the right track, we just need to present something else. So I'm gonna go with my other one then. The theory that this one, I'm gonna go with this one probably.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with, the game's like, you got it,
So
but
basically,
not quite.
we both had the correct evidences. We both had the correct statements. Unfortunately, we just didn't press one freaking statement.
So you're saying... No, your evidence was correct, but it was just not strong enough, apparently, according to the game. That on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Winnybake, was wielding a gun. I'm gonna skip this because I think we got there.
That's me.
What? Yes, this is the picture, not the other picture with Gina holding the gun. That Mr. Winnybake was not holding a firearm of any description.
I mean, it makes sense in the chronology at that point, because if he was just shot, he didn't have the gun on him. But also, someone could have taken the gun.
I mean, I guess to be fair, the photograph that's taken, he isn't holding a gun in the shot, so, in the photo, when he died.
I know, but wasn't that taken, like, after the fact? Couldn't he have, someone could have taken the gun away from him?
Remember, we're under the assumption that they both had guns. He tried to take her gun, and then he got shot.
Eh? You what?
Right?
Objection!
Gordon Bennett?
Gordon Bennett!
There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windybank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand.
Rubble.
No, not the dogs again.
I thought they were Muppets.
The Maltooler used the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun. Can't believe we got teaching. I can't believe we got theater degrees for this, brother.
Stay exactly where you are. Right there.
Eh?
If the crime had taken place as you've so colorfully described in your testimony,
3 times, even.
it would give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Goodness, are you sure, counsel?
You intrigue me, my learned friend. But let's see some evidence to support your claim.
We just showed it.
Where?
Show it again. Where's the proof that demonstrates this inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moments?
Sir, according to their testimony, I guess we can present this or the autopsy report according to the guide. Now that I'm looking over at the guide and saw how stupid I was earlier, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me the gun," followed by the gunshot.
Indeed. With the 2 events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe.
Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, if I could ask the court to study the photograph of the victim's body again,
Photograph we just showed you.
you can clearly see that Mr. Winnybake was in fact shot from behind. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Ah!
Rubble, rubble, rubble?
But it's the God's honest truth.
Yes, Master, it is. Well, the goof troop when it was shot that night.
The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw him with our own bleeding eyes.
Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Winniebank holding a gun.
So you saw Mr. Winniebank?
Yeah, I'm like, you just, okay, good job.
Someone like that might have slipped out.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw, with their own eyes, the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person.
Hey, Anesh,
Oh, this is great.
Order, order, order. Witnesses, explain yourselves at once.
The thing is, it wasn't supposed to,
It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you.
You better believe it, this guy's the Reaper, you know. Am I to understand that you replace the untruth of the original testimony with renewed lies?
ever so sorry, Governor. Truth is,
Cut it out, Nash, cut it out! If we blab now, you know what they'll do to us.
Oh? Huh. Well, we're gonna continue this in the next video because unfortunately we're out of time. So these brothers are clearly hiding somebody from the sound
I'm
of
just
it.
super tired of being here. I want to eat my fish and chips in peace.
Will Gregson have his time to eat fish and chips, or will he be forever known as the Third Skulkin Brothers? Find out in the next video!
Stay tuned and find out on the next exciting episode of The Great Ace Attorney!
On the
Same
new
fish and
3DS.
chips time, same fish and chips channel.